Hello, my Pisces, Aries. It's Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your Mercury retrograde rendition of your love reading for the month of July 2019. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is your overall Oracle of Visions card that I have for you is number 26. 6 and 2 is 8. I do see success trying to come through. Okay, and as I say, I really think it's trying. I feel like there's going to be time, there's going to be a process that we're going to have to do, because what I'm seeing, where my eyes are going, where my energy is going, it is an opening of something new, whether an existing situation or something that is just starting fresh. But I also, what's pointing out to me is this person not wanting to 100% be vulnerable with this new step that they're trying to make. They want to keep something covered up. Anytime that you want to keep something like covered up and only reveal, certain things, that means there is a level of fear. So one person may be fearful and not just all the way into a situation, even though they feel it. I feel it, I want to do it, there's an open door, there's an open possibility here, but at the same time I may be reflecting on something that I had closed once upon a time. So it's very wishy-washy. I will say I'm getting a wishy-washiness with you guys. But I would also like to say, look at that, true love with the Two of Cups, and it is upright. The energy is mutual as far as the deeper feelings, but the surface feelings, the ego, the fear, the wounds are covering up and masking a lot of how a person really wants to move about. Okay, there's not enough level of vulnerability because of fear of old things resurfacing, happening again, some type of repetitive nature, because right behind that I did see this, and this is what we fear. And it's gone because it's in reverse. The karmic lessons, the not so good experiences, the soul ties, they have us wrapped up right now. And I will tell you, during Mercury retrograde, what's happening is all this is resurfacing on purpose. All this is resurfacing so we can go ahead and handle it before we move into something new, which could potentially be a partner here with that true love. So it may not only just be you, or it could be them too. They could just be as uncertain, unclear as you. And what happens if you meet somebody and it's truly intense, that intensity kind of makes you take a step back and be like, hold on, let me evaluate this. This is kind of how I felt before, or this is better than how I felt before. So it's wishy-washy, and I feel like there are going to be major delays. I will not lie, but I feel like Mercury retrograde, this is not a time to really just agree to anything else either. It is a time to renew yourself. And some of you are going to have to decide, are you really closing a chapter, or do you want to go back to it? Free will is always on the table. Okay, now your energy. Okay, like I said, and this is reflective of this, like I've already said, this is the card about new paths. So we're open to go on the journey in matters of the heart, but at the same time, shields and masks are still showing we feel like we have to protect ourselves in some type of way. Okay, the kings, a lot of the kings don't really have, and the queens, they don't have shields. They don't have all this armor on because they've learned things, but they don't feel a need to protect themselves. And that's because they have discernment. So what we have a fear of is that we will get caught up in another illusion of being in love to somebody, but then end up that we're more tied to them in a controlling sense. Okay. All right. So your outside energy is the Page of, look at that. Okay. So even though you're both in the same elements, this person is exploring more so than you. No destination here. You're thinking about a destination. You have a direction you want to go in. This person is kind of just enjoying the moment. This is kind of playful, having fun, kind of no strings attached. They may feel what you feel. They may connect with you too, but they're one step behind. So let's see how you're feeling. Okay, so quality time is going to be very important to you. Some of you have a new romantic interest, which is representative of that Page of Cups, and you're really going to have to get to know this person. You are on different levels, so I feel like there will be a timing. Wow, that's crazy. There will be a timing thing that does happen with the two of you. But like I told you, I saw that devil. When I saw that devil in the shadow, so there is going to be something that pops back up. It could even be an ex that pops back up, or the thought of an ex, or the experience that you had with them that makes you kind of backtrack, take a step back. Make sure that you don't go too much into solitude to where you're isolating yourself from the advancement of new opportunities here. This will pass, so don't worry about it. And what you will be doing is you're making sure that you don't get attached to the ideal of being with the person that you may really even connect with. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, me personally. But my Venus is in Aquarius, so that is my automatic detachment, trying to detach from how something plays out. But that's exactly what you will be doing. But make sure you're not detaching yourself out of like fear, but detaching yourself so you don't have so you're not controlling or feel that the situation is being controlled. All right. Whew. We got a lot going on. All right, so the outside energy, look at that, uncertainty. But that is compatible with this. Okay, it's compatible. This is not normal for a page to feel uncertain. They're literally going with the flow. They're just open, loving, and free. And, you know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, but once they get to know a person better, they step up and they become a Knight of Cups. Or they may even step up and become something else. Okay. That's why the timing thing is coming into play. But it looks like you meet somebody that you do have a connection with, that you do feel a closeness or a bond with, but you're gonna make sure that you keep that air between them and you. Okay. Look, that comes up again. But I feel like it's on both sides. I feel like this person has been through a couple of relationships too. I don't feel like it's just you. I really feel like this is a mutual feeling. We need to make sure that we keep space in between us. Universe wants you to not have that space and be coming together. So we have the energy of like separating or making sure that we protect ourselves, but what the universe wants you to do is actually be coming together to create a oneness. Okay. The challenge is the optimism. The challenge is the hope in the face. Somebody doesn't have it. It may be both parties, and this is still a beautiful card, but it means something is throwing you off. Something is throwing you off, and it's just created by mental fear. Okay, past, yep, look at that, chapters and books and chapters. Like I said, I feel like we're dealing with the opening of it, and that's exactly what happened. This is successfully completing something, but even though we get past the situation that has caused a little bit too much havoc, we still sometimes that lower vibrational energy or the moon phases make that resurface. Because it's like, are you sure you're over it? And then you kind of have to go back into like the star mode and kind of heal what you feel like you've already healed. So it's just a process of what this solar eclipse has done to the collective energy. The root of this is, yep, look at that. This is always like a healing card. Everybody's healing is type of different. This is finding the right balance for yourself. Some people, music, exercising, a hobby gets you back on track. Okay, there's something that gets you back on track. It's compromising something with something else to make you be aligned. This is where this stems from, which is really great. Okay, but what is coming is some insecurities here. I knew it. I figured that. So this is the stall on the connection between you and somebody else. Is a big, great deal of insecurity, because we do have uncertainty, and then we have a lot of thoughts, more so your way than the other way. This person nearly is probably just going with the flow of things. You're really evaluating and analyzing each and everything this person does because of what you have been through previously here. Okay, yeah, we're going to have to go back, or we're going to have to let this Mercury retrograde pass, because we have two cards of insecurity. And their faces both looking back at this. So we may have to go back to what the root of this is, and once again try to find our medicine to make this, to try to find our cure to make this go away, so we can open up for this new possibility. Okay? Yep. It's just conflicting energy here. We have to, it's somebody that has to leave too. So somebody may resurface during Mercury. They have to completely get out of your energy, your thoughts. You just gotta go away. Go away. Yeah. So if we go the opposite way of this, I just feel like we need to, don't react. Don't say anything crazy. You know, don't lash out. Don't give up. Don't let something pass just because a situation is resurfacing. It is really a test, and I feel like this test can be passed. Especially anytime I see the Two of Cups and it's actually upright, aligned with true love. This is a really good opportunity that can be successful. But like I said, 1 foot in and 1 foot out with you. We're going to have to put both feet outside that door and able to walk into something else, okay? All right, guys. Love you. Have a blessed one.